So I am here. Um, Hopefully not for long. Sincerely, I mean. Um, uh, I really would rather have my bed and chocolate and a book tonight, quite frankly. Uh, Things are, what they are. Anyway, I'm like, fuck it, I give up. I guess we'll take some of the rage bait ball, right? Now, I thought it was pretty pathetic when Justin's stupid tragedy pimp ass over there was doing it yesterday. All I do is look at the fucking title and just in the recommended section and then go up and realize what the fuck he was up to. I was like, shh, how fucking pathetic. Is this really where you dumb sons of bitches are at? Fine. But it's weird because after days of not doing anything summer related, why now? I was like, they missed me. It's horse shit. Ain't worth commenting on. No, but then it has to get better, right? Prayer garden, stupid ass. God, they're just gonna keep on it. They're gonna try to make it this week's thing. This rage and virtue bait and the bullshit. Aren't they? With their little sad emojis and Summer's name in the title and this, they're upset and they're, oh my God, so sad and these things are so terrible. Was I can't. Fuck all y'all. Alright, let's just go there. Fuck both of you pieces of shit. With your rage bait, virtue ball, pathetic bunch of nonsense, tragedy pimping asses. I am not taking that shit. B, y'all quit eating these dumbasses bullshit, please. Alright, this shit, especially for one of those accounts they're going on about. I can't believe somebody do this summer. Why? Emojis and shit in their titles. Alright, that shit was old news way over a fucking year ago. Hell, I got an exact date for it. Anyway, it's something originally, I guess, brought up, whatever, by Piss Pad and her crew, right? It told me, whatever. I was like, bitch, don't you dare post any shit, send it to the feds, law enforcement. Anyway, because you can't trust that one either. Those here made sure it was, looked into, turned into, etc. She swore it down, she turned it as well. See how it goes piss pagging group. But it was turned. Okay. Now, just 2, 3 weeks ago, Piss Pat or one of you minute tragedy pimp pieces of shit who thought they come up with something new or they regurgitated. I don't remember how the series of events went, but I remember I and a bunch of locals here on the ground were like, anyway, I might be back. Who the hell knows? Who honestly cares? So, on locals here, when they tried to make this a thing, like another Christopher Columbus let's revisit cycle regurgitated piece of tragedy pimp trash that it is, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm like, man, are they really gonna try this again? Dude, whatever. But luckily it didn't take off. Oh, and TC Justin has to do the thing. And now PG has to do it. Everybody has to. So I don't know. Don't care. Look, yell at regurgitated shit if you want to. I'm sure they're gonna code it up for you. I hear tell they added a second profile and some more manufactured garbage, Facebook, and I don't know. On top of the original, I guess just to spice that, put some extra salt on it or whatever. I don't care. Y'all, let me tell you something. Alright. There are some people that look for attention, others who aren't so smart to get up shit for this group. There are other accounts that look legit that are built by this place and their douche nozzles. There's all kinds of things that exist in the world. What also exists are automated programs that scan for missing children and women, victims, and such around crimes online every day. Okay? Now, if any of these tragedy pimps gave a shit about any of this or whatever, they really thought they'd come across new news, and let me tell you, they know better. And it was for summer. They just turned into law enforcement. Not who would do this summer. Bullshit titles and garbage and fuck that. Alright. But there are programs that run, the other agencies have run, Ellie hasn't systems to run, you know. I'm not sure at this point who watches true crime. But I feel like half the time it's nobody that could solve one. I worry sometimes that all the people, or the majority that watch it, partake in it, couldn't find both their ass cheeks, little, maybe not even one, with both hands, okay? I worry about y'all, I really do. I do. And, you can take that how you will. I obviously don't mean everybody, but if you feel some type of way about that statement, then, well, you probably have a reason to feel some type of way about that statement. I don't really care. Yeah, I'm a little salty in my old age. Get the fuck off my lawn. Anyway, the thing is, it's gross. Okay? Full stop. It's fucking gross. You know who would do that to Summer? Do you think how many ran through Justin's and PGs as they did this? Do you think another, what, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people needed to see all that shit? No. You know who needed them to see that shit? For their socks for their imaginary children and their leased out fucking Teslas and shit and their imaginary children. It'd be those two and whatever else. But it ain't for Summer, it ain't for you all, it ain't to help with our case. It's like Bones there in Bones. Fuck's pointing at as they're helping Summer. Tell me. It ain't. It's just not. It's for them. It's not for Summer. It doesn't help Ellie in any way. Doesn't help anything. If they intended for that to be the purpose, they turn it in. It's like I remember having a bag piss pad when she first come on profile. I was like, please, not. put that up, please. Please. Until it can be checked. Eventually she acquiesced. And then, boy, she couldn't wait even a week to put it down. Didn't make sure first, but she just had to put it. That's what you fucking deal with, right? It's like Justin's sorry ass of her. You know, I asked him to help me. And I asked him not to share something, right? You know what he did? And I know this because I believe I see you, maybe. I can't remember who sent me the proof and evidence of. And see, I'd asked Justin not to share this. Justin said, okay, not going to, etc., whatever. I've shown the receipts on this. I asked him to help clear up the thing. Um, and instead, he didn't do that. A couple days later, I still hadn't heard anything from him. What he wants, though, a couple days later, is all the info for me about when, where, what, how, all these things, location of info. You know why? Just to feed out his content. Because he's planning on violating the whole, no, I won't put it down, I won't give it to anybody thing. He's going to use it as content. Not in any way to help Summer. Not to do it quietly behind the scenes. Because it meant more to him as content. Then recently, one of them can't help themselves. One of his little pick-me crew. And announces proudly that Justin shared this thing with him. I'm like, I got your ass to the right. So let that become public and see where that goes, Justin. And not that it matters, I'm just going to use it to hit you broadside with. Because you don't have the information to go with any of that, now do you? But I'm sure you can make something up. Hell, it ain't stopped you in all the years, has it, buddy? Anyway, and you'll swear it, man. It helps some. Judy says lost interview. Oh, look, here's your brother's obituary. Yeah, fucking motherfucker. Anyway, so they've had opportunities. We've given them chances to be good, decent human beings this year. Actually, maybe help someone. And you know what happens every time? You give them, they fuck it off. They're more worried about content and salacious shit and whatever sells. They're not interested in Summer. Other than selling her off, of course. Her siblings, whether you are fine with it or not, Candace and Dawn, the entire goddamn community, law enforcement, their families, docs, I mean, you just, whatever, okay? Sick of it. But you know who would do that? They would. That's what they do, man. What do they mean in their titles? Who would do this? You know, said y'all would. And then you'd parade it around Bone style. And you'd make sure an extra 20, 30, 40, or million people seen it. As you pretend to give a damn. You'd actually want less eyes on something like that. You would. You would. Yep. You wouldn't want it to live out perpetually for, yeah, like, fuck it. Tell you, I don't care. Right. And speaking of children, okay, and I noticed they're trying to build this shit stain up. It's been around for a long time in these streets. It goes all the way back to Scotty Britches. He's feeling in a mood lately. I hear he's on his cycle. And fuck that dude in particular too. But piece of shit. Um, y'all don't know how I feel. Alright? So anyway, thing is, speaking of children, the other day I felt like this again. Anyway, no. Okay, so there's this one they're building up, right? out of nowhere, because for years it's not been able to gain traction. I believe it's the same one Scott was arguing over mistletoe with, and I showed him to both be liars, and I think it's the same wacko that was like, what's the green dot? And there's bet cards and all that. Bitch, that was my radiation. That's how potent it was in my body. It put a little green dot on that one particular camera. But I guess it kept you entertained like a fucking ignorant cat with a laser dot. Right? Bet card! Whatever, lady. Seeing fucking mountains and clouds none existed. Bitch, I was in the middle of Georgia. Crazy as hell. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's the same one. I'd have to go back and look. Pretty sure it was. Anyway, this one in particular links back to Scott, Bones, in the way, way back. And I never could pick up traction. Recently it is, wildly enough. And there wasn't until the past few days. Now somebody's in their cycle. I don't really care. But what I'm going to tell that one is this. Since I'm obviously supposed to pay attention to it. Look here. Nature Liver King. And what's wild about this is certain people, once I'm family members, were once again and others here talking about the continual stalking, hacking and devices, blah blah, and how they keep finding my children's profiles no matter how we hide them. This an effort it takes, much like Smiley and them continue to do for years now, even before we're publicly known. And this one does the same. I and the family were sharing recent images as we kept up with these that stalk my children to make sure that I keep compiling of how long they're doing this and who and where they lead back to, which creators and which chats and who they're mingling with, so that one day, anyway, we're getting there. So, Nature Liver King, there the other night I was sharing with others and others to me and whatnot. Picked the wrong device that night, didn't think about it. But then word comes in. Wants me to pay attention to that one. I'm a pass. I'd seen for a few days prior been coming up and the algorithms getting more views and it's way more typical of it than whatever. I was like, yep, sounds about right. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, not shocked. So anyway, the thing is, as soon as we're sharing this, I get messages about it. Like, ain't that odd? Yawn. Baby hackers, rinse Pete. Oops, I picked the wrong device tonight. Put that through, eh? So whatever. Same shit, different name. I'm just like, I'm gonna ignore it now. On purpose. So then, I just really don't care what they're up to with that one. But, Nature Liver King, look here, bro. I'm gonna ask you for the last fucking night to quit stalking my children's profiles. I'll ask again, like I've asked Smiley a million times. You fucking freak shows. Knock it off. Seems an appropriate time to put your ass on Front Street again. Alright? Bet card that, bitch. I'm done with it. Keep it up. You and Smiley both. Especially where it concerns Little. See where the fuck that gets you stalking a goddamn minor. And I'm really, if it doesn't stop with Smiley and another one that's been up for years, that's still doing another thing. Anyway, look, I'm telling you. It's like I'm telling Smiley I'm over it. You know, stalking a minor is a fucking crime, bro. Stalking anyone is, but stalking a minor child via online means. But in Smiley's case, she's been doing it since the way back before he even knew what the fuck was going on. Way before he even knew. Look, I'm tired of it. And I've shown you recent receipts that nature liver over there, much the same. But it does march all its happy ass way back to Scott, Squall, Bones, the rest, right? Who could have imagined such a thing? Oh my god. I'm terribly shocked. Keep it up. Keep it up. You know, compiling is a great thing. I'm over it. I'm over it. Now, and also speaking of other children, um, and who would dare do such things? Um, because they'll do a great many nefarious things to children while pretending to be advocates and such. Concern, virtue signaling, whatever, you know. They'll target the shit out of them, they'll terrorize them, re-traumatize them, hurt them. Hell, they'll try to get them killed. No shit. Anyway, they'll put them back with monsters, abusers, people who could murder them. They don't give a fuck. Monsters, it's all fun, right? It's all entertainment purposes only. These tragedy pimps. Y'all having fun yet? It's a good time for y'all. I guarantee you it's not for anyone around any of these open and active investigations. Not from what's forward. But anyway, speaking of children, especially Summer and our brothers and Hunter and mine and everybody else's around everything here. Um, um, no, first, I'm not live. I did this video 9 weeks in the past, and I'm just not airing it. I don't know, man. Anyway, um, so anyway, I mean, why does everybody ask me this? So anyway, I don't know what to tell you, man. But anyway, here's your son, bilingual stuff. Anyway, so, speaking of children, okay, Restream is the program first. Anyway, so here's the thing. I don't know what Summer's church is thinking, okay? But, especially since they were talking about being terrorized, their congregation is there. Well, before all these things that on the news, they wanted it to stop. They have filed police reports because of what Bullhorn and Olivia and Justin and all the rest, and JLR did with Molly and everybody up here. To Robin's child and others in the church with pins, and that is invasive as hell. It should never been done. They should honestly face charges for that, but whatever. Anyway, you think they learn, this place doesn't, but and I could understand the church wanting to do its lives again. I understand that. It's live streaming of services, that is. I can get that. But how they're not aware that in this place will run with that when they know they've already had to shut down all the live streams and had to take away videos and certain things, right? Already throughout all this. And the other day, I guess they had a new live stream. And guess who's first to that? Well, Smiley, of course, because she don't give a fuck to exploit the shit out of children. One of them was, anyway. I'm pretty sure it was her. And then, guess what happened? PG and everybody else, right? They run with pictures of it. Here's this little girl. We know it's not Summer, but boy, it looks like her. Look at the hair. Look at this. Speculation that. Y'all, those are minor children. And I know y'all think just because it's broadcast from a church, that means you can take it because it's in public realm. But, look here, y'all. In the state of Tennessee, you cannot even take pictures off of someone's Facebook, even if it's open to the public. Even then, and it features their children as minors, you cannot take that and then do whatever the fuck you want with it just because it's under public. Just like those live streams, that you can't do that. Anyone under the age of 7, you can't do that. You can't do it, even in public. You cannot take a photo of a minor, much like they've done, like Shay put up a mine as they were stalking by her, right? What she did proves illegal acts, and that it was done with stalkers, and there's lines back to her. What they've done, like what Stahl's done for eons, putting out vids of both of my children as minors, because she took some that were there for years, pictures that were there for years, this the other. Those were not private, or they were not public, they were private. She stole them. So she could never claim those were public. And then even the ones that are public, with my little, she violated every bit of the fucking law about 900 times. I'll get there eventually with her. In the state of Tennessee, you cannot do that. Alright? So what Smiley did the other day, with the live stream of the church services, pointing out the children, it's illegal. What PG did with the images and what the rest of you've done with that little girl's images are legal. Also, federal law online for these children, because they are so young that are featured in that church live stream. Oh, it holds a whole different realm of legalities, doesn't it? Y'all just hope you get by with it. Y'all worried about protecting children, but you're literally leaving a place online full of predators out here to see these children who you've now for several years led to believe these nut jobs and shit y'all cater to, these people who latch on to children cases, they believe QAnon, Wayfair shit. You know your demographics, and you know often you're speaking to those who are really unwell. You're good at using those too, huh? We all know you are. And catering to them, your conspiracy theories is, you know your demographics, political spectrums, thoughts, etc., and where they fall. QAnon, Wayfair, it's why you gotta use many of the same tricks as those to take these people in and for rides. The fear mongering, the media has all that, right? So, y'all operate under the same guidelines without to manipulate those. Anyway, you know what you're doing can bring great harm and danger to these same children. Because now you've got how many out here in this world or locally believing that church is sacrificing children and babies, kidnapping babies, illegally adopting them out, doing this, doing that, or cult. Right? All these kids are being messed about with. Look at how their hair's unbrushed, Yeah, y'all are putting these kids in extreme danger. extreme danger. Somebody doing something terrible or predator latched on. And often the types who take children, they justify it to themselves by, oh, hero, this year I'm saving them, but actually they know they're not because they end up doing the worst and most terrible things to them and, you know, and kill them and things. Y'all have got to stop. You don't think that way, though, right? Smiley didn't think that when she put that out. PG didn't think that. Y'all didn't think that when you have that little one's photo or any of the photos of the rest of the children at night at church. But y'all know. Y'all do know. And I can tell you many of these creators know exactly what kind of danger and extremes and shit things that often even downright getting people murdered with what they put out intentionally. Y'all are not oblivious to the audiences and people you cater to, how you do it, the conspiracy shit you put out for content, and how that can affect real predators out here. Okay? Not like I said, I don't know what the hell that church is thinking. Really don't. The environment probably will not change in the least until summer's found and the person or persons responsible um, in court shackles and behind bars. Okay? It's really not safe to be live streaming in that church. It's not. Not for their members, um, not for the children. Okay, it's not. And I know many of y'all are like, oh, it's churches there, but you gotta remember, at least Ansley has said they're on the suspect list. And then this place is driven conspiracies and all this. And, I just, it puts those children in that congregation and their identities of innocent people and their families at risk of being done the same way everybody around Summer's case has been. Their livelihoods, reputations, everything destroyed. Um, and inserted in upon and just an absolute destructive force. Most cannot imagine with these tragic events and how dark and deep will go. And I don't know why that church is not. I don't know what the hell they're doing up there, but also you all hold a level of responsibility. But you know what you're doing. It's like Smiley knew exactly what she was doing when she had a list that clearly said Little's list and was going through there talking sexually about my daughter, body shaming, doing this, the other, calling her whore, calling her this, doing that, and then saying that uh, a foreign food product that you can't get here in the US, whatever, is like a niche little snack food jelly type thing, was somehow stuff to stretch a minor's private area in the back. After her and Justin were up there laughing and giggling about how Benny showed him his butthole, and they're all like, oh, buttholes, 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 ah! And then her being anti-LGBTQ, pretending it was fine because she had Justin up her, and he should be okay with it because he's your buddy, right? And then it went on to talking about those areas on my daughter, and it was disturbing beyond words. But Benny did it too, didn't he? Sexualized my daughter. Tried to say that the patches would end up being for her on her list the year that those would end up being for her niece because she'd been doing. Yeah, look, they're gross. They're sexualizing children. They're doing gross shit. This place is gross. I'm over it, man. But this place place. And what you have to remember is this at the end of every day. And as you do each live and video, there's still a perpetrators out here for Summer's case. No matter who you think it is or who you assign guilt to or want to be guilty, nobody knows yet. And until then, there is a perpetrator in the area. And it's like with y'all docs and Little and right? Orders known, not only was that out of bounds, but you know, in the drive-by videos and all that shit. But you know, you also doxed us to a very real predator we've had for years, who absolutely had eyes on us, may still, because you all let him know where we went. You let him know all the details about property and shit, but y'all don't care about any of that. You didn't care if you had a peeping Tom, and at least at one point working with another one. And it's very real, and the danger it brings. So now, those like Little and I, not only do we worry about the perpetrators around Summer's case, but Peeping Tom 1 and Helper, who for years did that to her and I. Years. On our own property, at our own home, and now know where we are. Thanks, assholes of Tragedy Pimpville. But it was content, right? Feels like bones and rest of you. The hell would y'all care? You tried to get us murdered. You've tried to place her back near someone who she survived. You know, attempting to murder her and all of us. And, you know, I'm using the shit out of us for good job, guys. But do you give a fuck? What do any of y'all give a fuck about any of these children? You don't. But what you have out here is a realm in which you are putting children at risk in harm's way. You are setting up an environment in which people who are clearly not well, quite a bit of y'all meet those demographics, who believe things like Pizzagate, QAnon, right there, and people eat babies and fucking adrenochrome and weird shit, who want to cut us part by this and you know. But you're setting those people up. And you're maybe setting them off to think they're going to rescue children or hold somebody to account. And they go up there and do something with the members or their children. Or another child vanishes. Just like y'all set Little and I. And others around Summer's case. Y'all don't know who's responsible any more than we do. Somebody's out here, guys. And you're showing them other little girls that look exactly like Summer, exactly from our church. You're showing somebody their perfect prey, possibly. That may be responsible for something vanishing on June 15th. Think about it. Either way, you could set off another who thinks they're going to be a fucking hero. Or another predator out here to latch onto. And to justify it by, you know, what the hell y'all fed out about everybody for several years. Y'all don't care. And you never know what predators walk amongst you, other than damn creators, of course. I love you just fine every night, but do I expect any different from all of you who have been so evil to all of these children? Not just in Summer's case. hurting them emotionally, mentally, trying to get them physically hurt or killed or anything. I mean, seriously, true story. And you have indeed done emotional and psychological harm to several children and re-traumatized and kept traumatized children in the middle of trying to heal from many, including their neighborhood sister, friend. Y'all didn't have a problem with any of it. Some of you did it just to get your hands on the minor witnesses around somewhere because you don't care about the children. You only cared about them as food and content relationships, so for your income streams, right? And to destroy people you personally didn't like and whatever else, you know. Anyway, for your TV shows, for your hopeful fame, for whatever needful thing it was you had, still have for a great many of you, right? You silent little fuckers in the background, right? Oh, this place of such fucking advocates, champions, super detectives, logical, common sense brains, right? Y'all are full of shit. Unfortunately, a lot of people buy it. You got Bullhorn down there, even with the family, with, um, Cunningham's family requesting that stop. Just stop. Law enforcement is asking for it to stop. How hard is that? Just stop. Just stop. They don't want you there. They don't want people online speculating, talking crazy shit about their child where they have to see it and run into it no matter what. Though it's a hobby or a thing you enjoy for entertainment here. They've asked all of you, human being to human being, mother to mother, father to father, person to person, to please stop. It's just as simple as stop it. It's that simple. They're begging. They're requesting. Mm, yeah, okay, so put it on the minors, not the parents to oversee. It's a bunch of parents at adult age and grandma age people over at Alucard who are doing this to children. You understand that, right? These are adults doing this to children for entertainment value. It's the justice system and others not quite catching up, which is why it's done over here. But, it needs to catch up these tragedy pimps and others online. Tech and law need to meet. Already, it's beyond. But much like this well-organized group, breaking so many federal laws in so many cases, they thought they were skirting by for all this time, all these cases. I don't think it's going to go on much longer. I did hear through the grapevine, and I clicked on a piece or two, um, Now I'm not gonna watch it through the racist lady in heels over there. But on my asshole to the piece. Looks like Karen Reed flip flopped on Turtle Boy, so that's good. I keep hoping Chasing and Glare and all theirs little signs on that shit show, and a bunch of these will show up. And how long and how far back they've been connected will be, well, good and connected. And maybe even all the way back before Kanika Jenkins with fake CIA and things like that too. I don't know, one can only hope, can't they? So anyway, peonies, the whatevers, all these damn things, they have a flavor on them, don't they? Yeah. So just know tonight what you're seeing, and last night apparently. It's regurgitated bullshit. It's been checked out. The one I know for a fact. The other, I can't tell, okay? Um, remember these. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure there's enough freaking Fruit Loops there that'll inundate law enforcement, waste their time with regurgitated bullshit, nonsensical shit. Like, always is, huh? Now, whoever would do that summer, who would make that a thing instead of one cop or detective being called? I mean, thousands calls they're gonna get now because of Justin and PG that take off of many cases, not just Summers or others. How many other cases? How many other lives they don't think about? Also, they could pretend they gave a shit about Summer. Yeah, they could have narrowed it down to just their call, turn in of whatever they thought was concerning. But see, the thing about Justin's PG, they knew it wasn't new info. At least one of them. One of those, at the very least, was not new to this realm. It had already been done and cycled through, it's regurgitated. But they put it back out to do this shit with for potentially thousands of Fruit Loops. Hundreds of thousands, who the hell knows in the end. They could have just, I mean, they could have just been like, hey, y'all know about this? And it'd been one call. Did they? No. Because they knew it was regurgitated bullshit. They know and they don't care that it can inundate, do whatever. That, it, takes time off of other cases, other stuff. I don't care. They knew better before they ran the shit. And if it was about Summer, they would have just called it the fuck in and left it at that. But instead, they're gonna make it a thing. Like a whole heckin' giant thing. They just don't even talk about it. They have to speculate, get the conspiracies going, whatever, over shit they know. And that's the fucked up part. At least what knew without a doubt, that had already been done. That there was no need to regurgitate it. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't a worrisome thing. They just wanted to put them out there and make you feel some type of way about Summer on purpose. For themselves, but it wasn't for Summer. So what was the point? They weren't concerned about it because they knew it was a thing. But they knew what it could cause. Did they care? No. Nope. Did not. So Yeah, who would do this? Oh my gosh. Sad emoji, tear face. That'd be them. BK lessons of what? If you really want to make money online, you pick a case, a missing child's case, any case, and you whatever until you exploit the motherfucker to the last dog cent, right? Meanwhile, I caught a blip of this bullshit, and not a channel I care for much or a chatter, but every now and then they get a little funny. Now, y'all, here's what I've decided. Oh dear. It's been a night, let me tell you. Somebody bought me, somebody who very much cares about me, bought me some sunflower um, rings, body jewelry for upper area, and y'all, I was doing a heckin' thing with wood earlier and about jerked that son bitch out. I thought I was gonna die. I think my soul left my whole body. Yeah, it wasn't pleasant. So anyway, it's been a bad day. Still in the Ramona Bigsby, okay. Now, alright. Now I initially catch this clip. Yeah, it wasn't pleasant, man. Um, so anyway, um, and I've had him in for days and days now, but you know, all it takes is once, right? Anyway, so I catch this clip. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Apparently, Salted Earth was live yesterday night, the way I take this piece. And apparently, what she may have done was stolen Crime Story shitbag Emma's obsessed ass shitty content. And, I don't really give a flying fuck about any of that. Um, but, no, that one's in the comment section. This one say no, it's fine. Anybody could share her shitbag content, of course. But anyway, so I catch this because apparently this live is now private, of course. I don't know what went wild and salted yesterday. I wasn't there for it. I'm sure one of my peeps has it recorded. Okay, so I catch this.
I don't know if John's telling Crime Stories Obsessed the truth or not. We just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure she'll get more information from John, and we'll just have to wait and see where all of that goes to, right? I don't know. I have no idea. But she sent it to me. I asked if it was okay for me.
And honestly, it probably is to advertise for shitbags content, whatever's gonna come out. It's gonna be this whole thing in Slimmers, guys. You know. Anyway, so anyway, carrying on.
To pull it up, to show it to you. I don't know if John's telling Crime Stories Obsessed the truth or not. We just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure she'll get more information from John, and we'll just have to wait and see where all of that goes to, right? I don't know. I have no idea. But she sent it to me. I asked if it was okay for me to pull it up to show it to you guys. She said yes. She said, I had her blessings to show it. So, and I think you got a right to know. I think you guys have a right to know everything that's going on in Summer's case. Everything. You guys have been here from day one. Girls had gotten but she can trust it. She can trust it. I don't know if it was HIV or if it was something else. I'm not sure what she can trust it.
Yeah, you heard OPG. I bitch done made up a whole nother new word. Somebody that is, look, whatever this key thing is, her and Crime Story shitbag have. Oh, it's this new mind-blowing piece. It's gonna solve Summer's case. Y'all have a right to know all the things. Right? I can't. My eyes are gonna get stuck in the back of my fucking head. But anyway, PG is added to her PG dictionary from hell. Did you hear it? Please tell me you heard
it. Ones girls had gotten, but she can trust it. She can trust it. I don't know if it was HIV or if
Contrusted. Some girl has contrusted HIV. I feel like I'm hearing concrusted. I'm not sure. It could be either way, it's one or the other. Contrusted, concrusted. Fine.
If it was or if it was, something else. I'm not sure what she can trust it. But I do know that they're super asphyxiated on whatever is back in this.
They super asphyxiated back on whatever is. I don't know. I don't know if she meant someone affixed something to something else, or she truly meant asphyxiated. But now we have a new word from PG. Apparently you can crust or you can trust. Ailments and sicknesses and things. And I and others here were laughing at it. And over the phones and things. And you're like, maybe it's a leak, right, from a tragedy pen. Capital C-O-N and then trust. Con trusted as in can't fucking trust a con. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a leak from PG, we're not sure, but either way, it's either contrusted or concrusted. But yeah, I'm sure she meant contracted. And but then she follows it with asphyxiate. But I'm not sure if it was an actual placement of the right word in the right place. We have dibs on whether she was talking about something being affixed to something else or whether she was really talking about asphyxiated. We're not sure. Didn't really care, but then it gets better because I found another thing, right? Of course I do. Once you touch one button around here, all the buttons become one pushed into your face. Seventh circle of fucking hell, bro. So, so I found another one. Found another one. Because we're all fucking curious. We're like, well, what the fuck is it? I'm sure somehow somebody contrasting HIV will definitely, it'll blow Summer's case wide open. It's gotta be the fucking key. What is it? We're on like edge of our seats waiting for Crime Story shitbag and PG's stuff to come so we could just all know how this is gonna be it. Because, everybody has the right to know who is concrusted or contrasted HIV in their private medical info. Because y'all been with the Summer Wells thing for so long. Y'all need to know every little thing that's going on in our case, including people's private medical things like that, even if it's women who have been. It's fine though, right? I'm sure it's the very thing, Ellie. It'll be the thing. Alright, so we're just hella curious. Luckily, second button comes along. Advertising purposes to hype up for the shitbags content? Nah, for y'all to decide.
Okay, I'm going to put it this way. There was some.
Now, this video is meant to give you an idea of what prayer garden / salt deserves. Lie tales are, which is sometimes they're stuttering. But anyway.
Some girls who had been caught up in some human trafficking, right? They were teenagers. They were teenagers, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Teenage girls. They had these girls, this organization, and it is an organization, this group of people who got a hold of these girls. And these were girls grabbed off the street, right? Going home from school, one thing and another. On the way to the friend's house, didn't make it. On the way home from a friend, didn't make it. These were different girls who have,
once again,
missing persons on.
Your all's idea of sex trafficking such as abysmal, and what all trafficking encompasses, but here they are again, right? Even if this were true, here they are. They show you a willingness to exploit even victims, survivors, whatever, of sex trafficking, even those who are minor, even those who have maybe contracted deadly or potentially deadly diseases. Because you're entitled to know everything about someone, or any case, for anybody's life. As long as they'll make it content and, construct it into something for your entertainment and viewing pleasure. Doesn't matter if it's a woman, child, anybody else exploited, used, trafficked. Doesn't matter. You're entitled to know for entertainment, aren't you? Yeah, okay. Just, and their medical info too, right? Just like how y'all feel entitled to everybody else's, right? Because that'll solve something else. So, anyway, so let's go back to this bullshit story of fucking, well, bullshit.
Some girls who had been caught up in some human trafficking, right? They were teenagers. They were teenagers, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Teenage girls. They had these girls, this organization, and it is an organization, this group of people who got a hold of these girls. And these were girls grabbed off the street, right? Going home from school, one thing and another. On the way to the friend's house, didn't make it. On the way home from a friend, didn't make it. These were different girls who have, missing persons on. They are missing persons. Their family does not know what happened to them. Well, they have been grabbed by these people, and these people had these girls in a great big house, right?
Okay. So does anybody remember hearing about any? She said had in the past tense. The families didn't know what happened to them, etc., implying that at some point they did. Does anybody recall in the news or anything, like here locally, and what you hear in a minute is how this sounds like some skull and bones, fucking cults, fucking conspiracy driven shit, right? Millionaires and whatnot. And their sons, of course. But, yeah, I remember hearing about any such, rate of, saving of, um, anything here locally, East Tennessee, from a giant 2-story, 3, whatever, mansion that's brick. Any of this shit, a bunch of millionaires arrested, a bunch of, women and children who've been kidnapped off our streets, taken into. Anybody remember that? I'll wait. I'll wait. And yeah, I live here and I don't recall any such thing. Nor do I recall an abundance of any children around here being snatched and never found. Um, yeah, okay, I just whatever. Anyway, but okay,
A great big, it was a gated mansion type thing. These girls were up in there. It was mostly rich people's sons and stuff that knew about the place.
and everything she says is past tense, implying that it, you know, yeah, Foxy Dots, I would. I would. So anyway, um, and get this, Foxy, I live my life every day to where when I go to bed, I don't know if I'm waking up in the morning. So it's kind of a shitty thing to ask, by the way. I don't need some imaginary scenario where I die and everything's, going out of existence. Because it will for me. And every night I go to bed knowing I may not wake up in the morning. I mean, I guess most people, it's potential for anyone, but for me, it will happen. So, at any moment of any day, I'm at risk of slipping into comas and all kinds of shit, or my heart's finally giving out, including the damage done to it by these tragedy pimps, the heart attacks they've caused, and other valves, all the other conditions I have. I go to bed every night. Even when I'm awake every day, I know death can come for me in an instant, and it probably will do so. No, fuck off, Foxy. Like, literally, fuck straight the fuck off into, like, the depths of hell. Seriously. And I say that because I don't know what the fuck people like you mean with the whole motivation shit and that makes something or something. What is your definition? 3-story houses, white picket fences, living on credit, competing with whoever the fucks, having a Louis Vuitton, being a goddamn Karen up in fucking chats, just being a random cunt under the guise of niceness for no reason. Fuck is it? And I'll bet it's some bullshit like that. And that's not my definition. Good humans are something. Raising the next, if you happen to be good humans, that's something. Being happy in your own skin, being happy doing whatever you're doing, trying to do whatever you can where you can. That's something. Possessions, things, paperwork that says you graduated somewhere, I don't know. Those are just fucking things. Working in a goddamn cubicle, all that? Oh, man. Just things and shit and time killers, life stealers, all these things. I would love to have enough lifespan ahead of me to go what I dreamed of doing. Instead, I've been a mother, and it's just fine by me because man, they've made my life work, and they will fly. They will do things. I may never, but they will. All right, it's affecting you, But you in here and your words and your horseshit's not affecting me, right? You can clearly see it is, which is your intention with it. Also distract, pull horseshit, be a pain in my goddamn ass in the universe for no reason than you fucking can. It ain't for the best of intentions, cause, yeah. And I'm gonna bet I know who you are. Weird you show up, Emma? Weird. Your channel's still shit. Good attempt at manipulation there for a few months, though. Good job tricking Candace, Grandis, or Bells to your content. Good job with your feeding narratives when trying to get me to believe half your shit receipts behind the scenes. Lying to me, even though I already knew who you were. Because still lived there. How'd that work out for you, homie? And I know who and what you connect to. I mean, dumbass. I ain't in the mood. I'm not. And you, as one who swears you suffer from things and can't often get out to do what you need to do yourself, really need to be one coming over here into my shit. No, look. Looks like somebody's mad about views. I gotta tell you, buddy, I ain't even paid attention to the number. I'm glad you have. We see where you're at. But I thought you said to make. I don't get it. Why are you concerned about views? Fuck, I ain't even paid attention. It's a little weird, don't you think? So tell us what you're really mad about and feeling. Your shitty goddamn content. Your shitty manipulation tactics. Your insertion in and around true crimes for your extra income stream because you can't get out and live your best life and do what you want to do because of your own. Is that it, Foxy? And I'm in the dark because get this, bitch. It's nighttime. I was sitting here during the daytime yesterday. Jacoby mentioned that. And also because I prefer the darkness. So I always sort of have to when I'm up. I'm always sort of up. I don't sleep well because of my conditions. And yeah, I'd bet none of these people give three shits about me, Foxy. Just like you didn't and don't. And none of you give a shit about any of these people around any of these things you cover for content. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. You go live your best lives. Make something yourself. You thought about that, Foxy? It'd be better than sitting here counting my views or who's watching. How many people in your life care about you, buddy? Outside of the box. Why do you feel the need to come to the box and do content that helps no one? Especially not missing and murdered women and children. Tell me one you found. Hmm? Oh, wait. What have you done with your life? You made something yourself now? Hmm? You're on YouTube too. And I'm gonna bet most of the people who watch you don't give three flying fucks about you either. It's what you can put out for content. I can do whatever please. I'm a goddamn adult. And I also actually try to get something done to stop people like you. One voice matters. Meaning matters. And Lord, I really do hope you're the real one. I mean, Fox Doxy, Fox this, Fox that, him of this. You know, same shit, different A. But now I probably shouldn't get it mixed up. There is another one here. One of the more notorious that leads back to the squall britches. Oh gosh, I smoke cigarettes. Oh dear. What else you got, Foxy? Oh, pickup six channel with 1.4K. And oh dear, look at that. They've got that on it. Really? That's what you got on it? Well, let's hope it's not one of those. Let's hope it's an Emma-related one troll account. Hard telling. I don't really care. Probably a troll starting. No one I'd associate that name with. Emma. Either way, stands. So, oh dear. Now, those like Justin P. would know which account that would be mimicking for Emma around here. I'm checking it out. Enhance, you wanna grab it? Go ahead and have a gander at that shit. And just in case, on the off chance, it's not linked back to the other accounts and is not Shitbag Express and the correct Foxy Doxy. It's weird. I remember all the accounts though, and this one comes in as dots. There's no coincidence. So if somebody knows something who just sent this one in, whether it be what it is or not. So, just on the off chance, I'm gonna put it over here because the people it's mimicking or wanting me to think it might be would like it. I'm gonna give you the little thing to it. Okay. But either it is associated with the real one or somebody wants me to believe this. And they know enough to know the name is going to be quite close to what the other one is. In order to do that. So, you tragedy pimps, fight it out amongst yourselves there. Okay? Blame one another. But I said still stands. If indeed it isn't like, you know, so there's that. As far as the um bullshit content, swaying of narratives, receipts, or shit, where it comes from, where it goes to, how links back, all little things. True story. And then it did that wild sideways turn like Shell Dark and others. And then, of course, the modding for certain folks at times, right? No. But somebody knew the name enough to either mimic it and to want me to believe that was it at a very fucking convenient time, don't you think, Enhanced? While I'm talking about Emma and Bull PG, huh? Yeah, so you creators fight that amongst yourselves. I don't really give a shit. Brawl about it. Have some content for a day or two. Probably got that maybe under there. Who the fuck really knows? Don't care. Anyway. Yeah, I did notice that their headline is, haha, they make content a career. Yeah, that's not something I'm doing, so whoever, whatever, right? So anyway. Alright. So anyway, you guys, back to this. Okay. Um, God, aren't they just getting like some straight advertisement tonight? For whatever upcoming shit show this is, it's gonna be that be all of everything in Summer's case. That's nonsensically best. Ugh. Right. So fuck PG, fuck the rest involved in this garbage. Clearly not gonna be a thing. And as you can see, common sense tell you, past tense of PG. Y'all ever heard about any sort of raid, bust, anything like this here locally? Hell no, you ain't. So anyway, here you go. And just go back a few minutes before this attempted Foxy situation happened.
Was some girls who had been caught up in some human trafficking, right? They were teenagers. They were teenagers, you know, 15, 16, 17, 19. Teenage girls. They had these girls, this organization, and it is an organization, this group of people who got a hold of these girls. And these were girls these were girls grabbed off the street, right? Going home from school, one thing and another. On the way to the friend's house, didn't make it. On the way home from a friend, didn't make it. These were different girls who have, missing persons on them. They are missing persons. Their family does not know what happened to them. Well, they had been grabbed by these people, and these people had these girls in a like great big house, right? A great big it was a gated mansion type thing. These girls,
as you can hear, stutters in her lie tell. Everything's past tense, implying it's been stopped now. And I gotta tell you, go look through the papers. News here. No such thing. so that I ever recall. That should be your first sign to walk towards common sense and logic. Okay? And away from tragedy event content.
Up in there, it was mostly rich people's sons and stuff that knew about the place that went there, be there to go with what they want with these girls, right? They go in the room, do what they want for so much money. They pay these people that got a hold of them. Anyway, long story short, I'm not. But she confessed it. She confessed it. I don't know if it was HIV or if it was something else. I'm not sure what she confessed it. But I do know that because they have a doctor. They have a doctor.
You know what? It was all manufactured content by tragedy. That's what it was. For your beautiful viewing, listening, entertainment pleasure tonight or yesterday. Yesterday it looks like. Tonight was back on to the exploitation of oh god, why would somebody do this dishonor shit that Justin started yesterday? It's fine. Anyway, so yeah.
That actually checks these girls, right? That checks them. This particular one had contrasted something. And whatever she had contrasted, had gotten, from one of the nasties that were coming in there, they basically offed her. They literally offed this girl because, they couldn't turn her loose, to jail or send her to prison. And she wasn't no good. She wasn't no use to them anymore. So, they unlived her. They unlived her.
Why you always lying? Right. So apparently PG, there's been this giant bust of $1 million gated thing with like millionaire men and all this, and some girls contracted something, and now they've been that they at some point before being busted, which never happened locally that I know of, and they have been murdered. I just don't know what to tell you. And somehow this is going to be the key to solving Summer's case, because y'all right and everything in Summer's case. And it was told you, yeah, this is going to solve it. This is it, guys. And only PG and crime stories, and whoever the fuck John or a John is, like, I guess a random John that went to this place. Yeah, they call them Johns, in case you're aware. And police are going to be entirely unaware of some situation where they busted it at some point, silently, I suppose, because it's all skull and crossbones or whatever type conspiracy shit. Yeah, they would be entirely unaware to go back and check this place full of Epsteins or something out. Oh, right. Yeah. And even if it's not locally, but it somehow ties into, or is supposed to allegedly tie into Summer's case somehow. If that were the case, then that law enforcement would have known a long time before assaulted or crime stories or them, and well, all they're getting ready to do is feed you back shit. Probably build up on salacious pieces like this. Mind you, did I mention on a stream I was tempted to be baited with this shit for several days running now. Right into Nature Livers, PG's, Justin's, just stir shit, advertise for them, that type of shit, and to start shit so they could start shit so they could have some more content on Summer and all of us. Did I mention that, Becker? I think I did. Y'all get it yet? There's an edition of a Foxy in here. Probably not the real one, but somebody close enough. I don't know, go either way. But to know what other names are gone by throughout the past several years by one. And for this one to show up when it did, where it did, doing this, well, somebody's trying to stir some shit. Salted hates it when I speak about her. Justin's just a fucking cunt. And, well, the rest of you are as you are. And anything clip worthy, well, shit, then they give you content. So, it makes it look like the other rooms being heckin' mean to just these innocent people with these bullshit, whatever, comments and shit. Nah, it ain't. This is tragedy pimp fuckery 101 right here. Been dealing with it for years. Stupid. Y'all still buying it? Go right ahead. Be mind fucked all you want. Manipulated by the clip art version. I'm sure they've got it somewhere right here. Uh, whatever it is they want for it to view it behind whatever wall, wherever else, you know. I don't really give a shit. Nah, it may be one of the many, but honestly, it's probably a salted sandwich or shitbag sandwich. It doesn't matter. But it was being done during that time. I don't care. I know how I feel about that shit at this point. And, it came in at a regular you know, real convenient time. Huh? But, true story, someone here knew what the name on it should be in order to do that. Now, it's only going to be so many, isn't it? Enhanced? That's right. I mean, most of the creators would. A whole lot of chat wouldn't. At least just regular viewers. So, yeah. Anyway, no regrets. That's where I'm at. 'Cause I do indeed live like I'm dying every day. Snickers bar ain't gonna fix that, motherfuckers. But yeah, I put the link over there for those involved in the situation in case you want to hunt down which tragedy pimps among you helped set this off. I don't really care. Congrats, you've had some advertising for whatever garbage you're gonna put out next. You got some trollings, clip shit. I've been heckin' mean to you poor little things as you've exploited the shit out of many children in this community and put them in danger this week. For your content, you all suck. And, you know, I don't know what to tell you. So, if you let this bullshit, lead you astray from the point of everything leading up to, and this bit of drama here is more important to you than what was said prior, than this ain't the channel for you, and, you really aren't here in this realm because you give a shit. You're here for the drama, and you should probably exit true crime and go back to the fucking drama. Where that is indeed for entertainment. Though they do get people killed over there and make them unalive themselves and shit on purpose and terrorize each other's children and shit. They just don't do it around real crimes and active investigations. So anyway, Yep. Um, I guess we're gonna leave it tonight. I really don't feel so hot. And I really want my chocolate. And my heated blanket. And I've got like 950,000 degrees in here. You know. But I just don't feel very good. You can't fix medically cold drinks. But yeah, chocolate ain't like it. I'll try to touch the least amount of buttons as possible because they all suck right now. And y'all, I know a great many are curious about these. I've been mentioning this for weeks. Where the fuck y'all been? I told you that shit ain't. Somebody's up to some shit around here, and it ain't me. But I am also told when I contacted people back, there could be a very real reason for those. It's being looked. It has happened once or twice, by the way, with this group and a certain penny slithered down the scene and was like, hey, you know, much like somebody slithered out of the way the other day, and there's a couple heckin' curious about it. I'm one of them. I've contacted people to be like, but I am told by those on these platforms that there's a very real reason mine are, but others are not, and they're hitting the fucking dirt. But what I will tell you is I'm not paying for shit. Nada. So, it's something a little funky up. Either somebody's doing it, little room timers and shit like that. And I said this weeks ago when it began, or um, there is an actual reason for it, which I'm sure the tragedy pimps love to know the secret sauce to. I found out with the help of a pack of teenagers and some tech support help over here. And so they very well could be real. I don't know the fuck's going on. And, but I'm sure it'll change after a bit, but I'm in no way given what the teenagers and tech over there tell me could be the real reason for it away to the tragedy pimps over here. So that they can redo it and get their garbage out tomorrow. I'm not gonna do it. And y'all know I could give a fuck less about it. I honestly am not partial to it. I prefer my 1 to 2. I don't give a fuck if there's 1. Y'all know how this goes with me. So, I'm not, nor have I ever been here for that type of shit. So, but yeah, anyway. No, I think it was Scout that asked me. Yeah. But yeah, I've been talking about it for like a couple weeks now, Scout, when it began. And either it's fuckery over here, or there's an actual reason behind it. A legit one. And, what that is, I'm not gonna say, because tragedy events don't need it. And I know a couple are more than curious, which tends to make me believe people have been left either out of the loop of something purposeful, or they're really fucking curious as to what the legit reason could be, and R&D trying to find a way to reenact it and to get it. That's why more than a few are wondering what types of services I'm using in programs and shit right now. Y'all notice that? A lot of them. and why this could happen, why that's happening. I don't really care about any of it though. It's never been my thing. Never will be here. Or anywhere else for that matter. 0 million makes no difference. Anyway, oh, I'm really? Couch gave me a look. Like, gave me a look on the way back to my freaking bed and was like, turn her nose up. Fresh milk. I just gave her in it. I don't know, Stacy. Hopefully, any moment, that'd be good. Maybe 5 minutes from now. That would be wonderful. I've been waiting for years, and I'll wait, and I'll carry open faith until it's all I can take. And I'll tell you, can't tell you for certain, Serafina, Ryan's wife, the billionaire fake and false fucking psychics, mediums, and others online, Juanita and the rest. It'll be feds, law enforcement, and the person's responsible. Why y'all bark up all the wrong trees and fuck up all the wrong shit, do all the wrong things, care about. Anyway, y'all, I'm up here. I just want some chocolate. My eating blanket, my favorite blankets, and a book or a movie. Something. I just really don't feel good tonight. And I decided, been enough days, these motherfuckers trying to bait with hate balls and bait with the virtue shit and attempted dragovers and tiebacks to shitty local attached tragedy events, initially doing it and all that. I said, fuck it. Because watched enough of you put enough crap out there this week about these children putting others, like in Summer's church, in danger, regurgitating shit you swears about Summer to help her. It's not. Anybody with a discerning brain can figure that out. Nobody else needed to see those things for the 14th cycle about Summer while you all pretended in your titles you gave a damn. And others are now calling everywhere thinking half of that shit ain't been turned in eons ago. But you all knew and you knew better. Didn't you, Justin? Didn't you, Salt? Did anyway, didn't you? Yep. Just like you knew better with other people's obits. Just like you knew better coming to Summer's, what, 2 year? Oh yeah, Judy Sue with her cancer disability. She's knocking back somebody, Justin. Hey, look, here's Daddy died in. Shit, thanks for helping me figure out my sperm donor died, buddy. Appreciate that. All the things, right? Salted over there, you know. all her bullshit, all the way for years, just so she could make her imaginary children imaginary stock money while she got higher than hell on pot brownies. None of these children, including some, are making shit to either you all or anybody else, for the most part over here. The entertainment and content does. You don't care about Summer's church, any of those innocent children, churchgoers, suspect list or not, you don't give a shit. You don't give a shit about any of these other children around Summer's case, just like you don't in any of the other cases. You only care about yourselves, not the lives and communities and cases you destroy. In other cases that you could potentially be doing the same thing, and you can't think far enough outside your own asses to think about. Because while you're inundating, it means time's taken off of other cases y'all didn't even know about or care about either. You don't give a fuck who all where all y'all are non-justice or anything, dude. All y'all suck. Just how I feel tonight. Look at y'all trying to latch on to Cunningham's despite her family. Law enforcement telling you to stop, just like it happened all the cases before Summers. Summers, those overlapping, Petitos, all the rest, like all of them, in all their communities, the anonymous babysitters, the elderly living beside them, those with cancer and ailments and sensitivities and disabilities, and you ain't give a fuck about any of them. Not even the survivors of Idaho 4 did you give a fuck about. You don't give a shit about any of them. And you'll tell your viewers what same shit's been in all cases. Like you're doing in Cunningham's past couple days. Same one-liners. Nobody cares. If we weren't here, nobody'd know. Nobody knows their name. There's no posters. Law enforcement's corrupt. Oh, look, I know they've got a prime and only named in a vehicle out there, but oh no, look at this vehicle, and this one's similar, and, you know. No, I know they've named a suspect. I know they've got one in jail, but here's another one. And oh, fuck, here's a witness or somebody we could make look like it. Hey, guys, can we get a billboard or a scamathon started stat before these people figure out the game again? Or they come up on the Candace Coolies and the Jody Sues and the Anons and the babysitters and those in Caches and Classic and Sinceres and the Watson and Potatoes and all that. The Fry Guy. Law enforcement and the family once again asked you all to stop. They've also asked those viewing, speculating, talking shit online about they, their family, their daughter to please stop. And it really is simple tonight. It's just stop. You can make the change and be the change. Turn away from it. Be a spark. Be a pebble. Be a voice. Be part of the change. Okay? Be part of the change. Don't let any other families, law enforcement, courts, witnesses, and others be done the same way you've seen so many others done. Do not let it be done this way anymore. Please. You may not like me, you may think I'm sus, you may think I'm guilty. I don't care what you think. But from one human being to another, please help be the change. Please help stop this. So no other family, no other case, no law enforcement, no court. So this is not normalized going forward inside of society for your own benefit and own laws, so you're not restricted or rights taken from you, or your rights inside of a justice system taken from you. Like lockdown MGL, Olivia Bullhorn, and the rest did in Florida. They took citizens, every citizen in Florida's rights away and got them irrevocably fucked with. You think that won't happen across the country? It'll never affect you, what these tragedy pimps you watch here and fan over. It will one day affect you, if for no other reason than that. Even if it's for that one selfish reason alone. And it will affect you. It will at some point, just like it did all the residents of Florida. If for no other reason than that selfish one, then it one day will be you. Please help stop this. No matter what you think of any of us around Summer's case, think of all the other cases, all the other people, playbook. Think about what's going to be done as they get better and better at this game and these crimes and what they do in these cases, and how much more horrible it's going to be for each and every case and family, survivor, fighter, victim, their communities, law enforcement, and courts. Criminals, cons, these assholes, they learn, they get better at it. And in that, it will get worse for each case you see them latch on to. Please don't let them do this any longer to anyone. You want justice for these families, the victims, survivors, and fighters? Then stop these people. Be a force for good in between them and justice, so that they can't breach that wall. LA can do their jobs, courts can do their jobs, families, communities can have peace. You all start getting real information again about these cases from law enforcement, real sources, real journalists. If y'all want to support and be advocates, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. No matter what you think about anybody running these cases, there's enough proof here. Many cases before Summers overlapping and continuing on. Law enforcement, feds, families, everybody around these things speaking and telling you the same thing over and over again. We all can't be lying. And we aren't. But this place wants you to think so they can continue on and use you all to do it. Anyway, guys. I'm gonna leave it there. Do me a favor, please share the DV/Universal Hand Signal for help. Share Summer's picture, information, and call her by name. And because I am so freaking tired, most of y'all know my little speeches around both of those things. But by information, I do not mean JLR, bullhorns, tragedy events, YouTube, social media. I mean actual law enforcement surrounding state police, TBI, FBI, those like Bobo and Ansley. Me and Summers Q&A over on the Fed's website. I don't mean any of us surrounding this, speaking from what we live near, our perspectives, our memories, our knowledge, what we've witnessed, any of that, because we're not the information. We're nothing until the final puzzle's put together, and even then, in the face of all, we're still nothing. The summer is, and finding the key is. That's what matters. Somebody out there has it, and hopefully they can wade through all the bullshit and something hits somebody from somewhere, whether it be Ansley or Bobo or one of us or each other, and I don't know what to hope, but I hope something hits somewhere and somebody just has an aha moment in combination with all of y'all sharing some picture information and calling by our name. And it is the key, it's the thing that helps bring Summer home to her community and her brothers, law enforcement, and courts, so she can tell her own story, or so they can help her do so. Because she and they are the only ones that deserve to do so. They're the ones who care, love her, remember she's human and not a virtue signal or hashed, and want true justice for her. Anyway, you guys, I'm out of here for the night. Y'all enjoy the little blue ball in the vast cosmos. You only get one life, man. Live it. Be a good human. Forget the Louis Vuitton, picket fences, and all the bullshit. Remember each other. Be good humans for each other. You know, that's all you can do here. That's what matters most. Not possessions, not things, not competing, not tribalism, not team sports. Just being decent to one another, being comfortable in your own skin. Finding peace when where you can in a life that's already hard enough. No matter what you do in it. We're human, it's hard. Anything living itself is hard. We don't need to compound that on one another. So tonight, I hope all of you are at peace, happy, healthy, well, safe, and enjoying your ride on this magic little ball in this magical universe. Kicking out the pebbles, lighting the flames, and speaking loudly. Peace, y'all.